What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices. The ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path toward your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see you too. So look, the topic of this video is going to be on the fact that we just got to be realistic. Some people will not make it out of the matrix. Some people will not be allowed the freedom to be able to walk a path that helps them to be aware and break out of the matrix. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why the universe has designed it to where everybody can't go all at the same time. But I promise you though, if you are aware of someone that has broken out of the matrix and you play your part, you know what I'm saying, by helping them be a better version of who they are, just being attached to them can have significant value to your life. You know what I'm saying? And help you understand where you need to grow to be able to survive in this world called the matrix. Like, you can't just everybody is not going to be able to break the illusion of the matrix. Some people are going to have to sit in it and learn lessons strictly because they have so much karmic debt. And it may not even be from them, but from people before them. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you, when you're a person that can actually see through the matrix, it's not something that you know is going to happen. It just pops up on you out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And you are left feeling the effects of it in a positive way and a negative way. It's not all glitz and glamour and what people think it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. But what I will say is that if the world is so focused on crippling and damaging a person that can be able to see through the veil, when the tables turn and their life experience hits the world, people are going to start to maybe think second guess, like, damn, I shouldn't have judged that person or put that person down, because me being able to uplift them and help them grow in their position could have significant results to my life. You feel me? In any area of mentally where I be crumbling. Because you got to think about it. It's a mental battle right now. Everything on the surface looks good. You can't even tell what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of people who are hiding their suffering. There are a lot of people that are publicly displaying it and then getting around people that comfort them and acting like ain't nothing wrong. But mentally, listen, weapons are formed and they're prospering, but they're just too embarrassed to admit it. So again, I feel like even if it, sometimes I don't want it to be me. I want to be regular, but I can't. So for anybody else that would have been awarded this, I would have helped uplift them, help them grow, help them be better. I'm not judging you. You got a good heart. You can see through the real. You can see what's going on. We can't. So you feel me? We going to encourage you to be better, because just being connected to you and being around you can have significant improvement to our mental state. Listen, I know what it's like to be mentally confused. It's almost as if you have so many blocks in your head that you don't know what's right or wrong, or who's pulling you which way. Where's your energy going? Who wants to use you? Who wants to truly love you? Who wants to be around you? Like, first they're with you, then they ain't. You can't tell who's who. Like, it's world life in general is confusing. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that I've finally gotten to a point where I'm the halfway mark to actually truly see, because if I would have got it any earlier, I probably would have crashed out, because it ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? It's not all sunshine and birds. You feel me? It come with a negative effect to it too. On the other side, you got to be strong enough to handle it, because if you're not, you're going to crumble. And listen, I'm not talking about physical violence and strong like that. I'm talking about mentally strong. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter which gender you are. You could be mentally weak and actually display like you mentally strong and you not. You know what I'm saying? And still crumble to the effects of life, but you do so a good job at hiding it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I wish everybody could go. Listen, you don't understand how big my heart is. I be wanting everybody to go, but when I see that you can't, because you're refusing to see the signs. You know what I'm saying? You're internally blocking yourself off from going and possibly breaking out of the matrix for whatever reason. You're just not ready. Or, you feel me, it's not meant to, because you refuse to see the signs. You refuse to wake up to your patterns and be the best version of yourself. At that point, it's like you can't keep pushing a broken battery. You can't push a dead car. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's going to stay locked in. And that person is just, listen, the energy that they're surrounded in is going to be portrayed and carried through their children. You know what I'm saying? And the people around them, listen, and at some point, someone is going to wake up and see it, but it depends on that karmic debt. Or, you know what I'm saying, whatever the universe decides it wants to allow someone to be able to have the ability to be strong enough to handle what comes with it, because everybody is not strong. Listen to me. Sometimes people judge, right? And it may be that drug addict that went through hella battles could be the strongest soldier in your camp. But since everybody keeps turning them down and poking at them and making fun of them and not wanting to support them, you know what I'm saying, they don't have the ability to make it out of what they're going through. So then that family or that system continues to, you feel me, die off of someone not being able to bring the life back to, you feel me, the circumference. Like, listen, I don't think people really even understand the strongness you have to carry as being someone that breaks out of the matrix, because you have like survivor's guilt. You be wanting to take everybody with you, and people be mad because they can't go. And it be like, listen, I showed you the signs. I even tried to help you, and you still straddling the fence. So when the storm actually hit, you over there mad, sad, angry, because you didn't want to follow the signs. You wanted to continue to go and live in your path. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I understand it now. But it do make you feel some type of way when the people you tried to help are mad at you now because they didn't want to listen to the signs. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to keep living their path, and you seen the incoming storm brewing in the background, and all you wanted to do was help. And people look at you as the target now because they like, I should have never met you. I should have never got attached to you. I should have never this. I should have never that. You feel me? It was all set up and designed that way on purpose, intentionally. You feel me? To hope that you listen to, you know what I'm saying, your own internal calling of wanting to grow and be better. You know what I'm saying? But you just too caught up in whatever lifestyle you live in. And the more you engage in it, the more that karmic debt builds up. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, it's going to be harder for someone to actually break through it, you know? And I think that's the hardest part. I swear, you really got to have the heart and the mind and the strength for this, because it's so sad when you've always had a big heart and you've always bent over backwards and did everything and were there for people and did that and did this and never took care of yourself. And then when you finally take care of yourself and you want to be able to show people the way, and they just too damn stubborn to listen to you, and you got to leave them behind, that whatever they are experiencing, jealousy, animosity, envy, turns into hate for you because they crazy ass didn't want to take the rope. How does that have anything to do with me? You know what I'm saying? It's not my fault you didn't listen to your internal guidance system. Like, you feel me? Some people really are not tired of their lifestyle. They're actually completely okay with it. You know what I'm saying? They're completely okay with moving in the way they're moving. And they think that the attacks are normal. We just gonna keep, you feel me, doing the attacks and going with it, and we'll figure it out when we get there. Okay, that's fine. But some people actually got tired of living a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Meaning I had to actually do the work and change. I couldn't just talk about how I was gonna change with no improvement. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's sad. It's really, really sad, because a lot of people keep their own self stuck in their karmic loops. You know what I'm saying? They do not believe in the ability to shed away their old programming, old judgments, old beliefs, and they continue to project a certain level of, hatred towards someone that may have been able to see life differently. Not even, listen. Just be strong enough to be aware of who you are, because some people just could care less about even getting to know you, getting to know who you are, what you went through, any of that. They don't care, because their life story is got them upset and mad, and they can give a fuck about yours. All they care about is themselves. But what happens is, without you forgiving that part of your life, you tend to grow hate that, and you target innocent people. And when you do that, you just grow more in your karmic debt. You know what I'm saying? And it's harder to be able to grow and learn the lessons you need to be able to get to a certain space where you're able to break out of the matrix, which is the conditional box of living the way people want you to live, instead of being able to live for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Acquiring everything everybody finds so glitz and glammy in life is the attention and the money and the looking good and all that. Listen, I'm telling you, people who really don't like it for real, it's annoying, because it's almost like it's no open space for you to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's always someone coming in, you feel me, trying to mess up your radio frequency. And again, not everyone is like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you are someone that can see through the matrix, you got to be realistic and understand that there are people that don't like you for no reason. And then there are people that, you feel me, just want to be around your energy. Your level of intelligence and what you speak and know is so foreign to the world. They're constantly on an investigation, trying to figure out how you know what you know. You know what I'm saying? And it's sometimes they imitate it and copy it, but it's not gonna be to the same level as you, because, you feel me, they don't understand how to program their frequency to be able to, you know, get the level of wisdom that they feel they need that's different. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand out. You gotta be different, because it's 1,000,001 people claiming they spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And they got wisdom. And you know what I'm saying? That they is all this, a healer and all this. You feel me? And really, they making money off of y'all by fake telling y'all that they can do something for you, and then you paying them and you don't get no results. Why they still growing? You feel me? I'm telling you, listen. It's too many people doing the same thing, to where standing outside the box is the greatest gift ever. You know what I'm saying? And being mindful of being able to understand that helping and pushing that person to continue to be themselves will automatically give you the protection you need to be able to fight this spiritual battle. But a lot of people don't understand that, you know. And then there are some that are behind the scenes that are actually protecting you, that you might not be able to connect with at this moment, because they're still healing, they're still growing. You know what I'm saying? Breaking out of the matrix is not an easy fight. It challenges you in ways that a lot of people can't handle. You know what I'm saying? But if your mind is tricked to think that because a person has this or they do this, you know what I'm saying? Listen, first things first. I'm just going to be real with y'all, because I can't put on an image. I can't lie to my own journey. You know what I'm saying? I started working out and then I stopped. You know what I'm saying? But I still was growing in what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I eat healthy sometimes. Sometimes I don't. I eat whatever I want. It doesn't knock the connection off. What really knocks the connection off is just negative people that still want to sit in a mindset of being angry, evil, and jealous towards someone that just wanted to make their life better. That right there, you feel me? But I've always been like that, though. I hate drama. I hate people that just use their power, fear, and control to try to get people to do something. Like, I really will go away from that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's evil. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to do what you want me to do. Why I can't do what I want to do and then just like what you're doing and follow you naturally without force? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you, the Matrix has been a world of significant programmed robots full of lies. You know what I'm saying? And I was once one of them, but I didn't realize I was learning lessons to be able to fight this battle, because a lot of people are not making it in this war. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that I knew in my past life wouldn't be able to survive right now currently. You know what I'm saying? And it's sorry to say it like that, but it's like, two of the people that passed, I cried because I really had deep emotion for them. And the last person that passed, I didn't really cry because I cared about them, but I knew who they were for real. And the fact that they wouldn't have been able to survive currently right now because of their mindset. It would have been really hard. You know what I'm saying? It would have been really hard for them, and it wouldn't went as peacefully as they went. You know what I'm saying? It probably would have came with a lot of violence and a lot of, you feel me, bloodshed, because I'm telling you, it's a war. People just can't see it in the physical because it's happening in the spirit. When you go to sleep, you know what I'm saying? People that are able to spiritually attack people that have spiritually strong powers. Have you ever just stepped into a room and felt some type of way? Because that people in there, in that room, are spiritually targeting certain people. And listen, it's not always bad. You know what I'm saying? But what I do know about the world is we always talk about the good. We always talk about how perfect life is. We always talk about how nothing is wrong, how we're doing okay. You know what I'm saying? We got everything together, but we never seem to talk about the darkness that comes with life, which is the days when we're not feeling okay. You know what I'm saying? The days when things are not going how they're supposed to go. We tend to hide that aspect of life. So I tend to focus on it because it's a wake up to call to be able to wake up to who you are. That is how I grew to be able to be to this point, is because I had to sit with the dark part of myself. And instead of hiding it all the time and acting like life is so sweet, I started confronting it. And when I did, I started to grow. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I will never take it back, ever. I don't have no problem with telling a person how I feel. And I'm not going to fake feeling like everything is okay and all right and acting like it's going good when behind the scenes I'm crumbling. I'm crashing out. You know what I'm saying? I just make sure y'all can't see it. It's not what you do, but how you do it. I don't got to go into detail, but I'm going to tell you, listen, I crashed out today. Hey, it's not even, you feel me? Who cares what they think about it? It's the fact that you admitted it to yourself and you're able to admit it to others. You know what I'm saying? That's what opens up that door to be able to have the darkness of who you are balance in a world where it's light and dark. It's just not all dark. There are people who are of light, but they're so hidden and in secret because people will corrupt them to try to turn dark if the world is basically operating in that energy. You know what I'm saying? If the world is of light energy, you still have people that operate in the dark. So what happens is those people that operate in the dark target the light. They hate them, they're envy, they're jealous of them for no reason, just because their darkness is fading into the abyss, and they have to go in places where they don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? And talk about things that they don't want to talk about. You feel me? And just be able to present an image of I'm okay when you're not. Because listen, let me just be real, speaking from my culture. If we were really okay, we wouldn't be falling asleep at the damn liquor store because we drinking too much damn syrup and smoking too much weed. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be at the club falling out because we done had hella drinks. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know our limit. And we done got drunk that we throwing up in the toilet bowl the next morning. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Those are not signs of being okay. Those are clearly signs that are something is wrong. And we've been promoting that. And people been making money off of that. I do not want my child to think that it is okay to be falling asleep on a date because you dealing with a whole bag of trauma behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Listen, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I don't care. She better go get her Dr. Seuss square, because at least he ain't drinking syrup and smoking weed to go run away from his problems. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be easy to convince her to do the same thing. Now you feel me? Listen, no. You feel me? And it's been promoted, and it's been a thing to glorify. You got to think about how jail has been glorified. Running around with guns has been glorified. Everybody is glorifying the darkness, but in a negative way. Not really waking up to being able to admit, you know what, I'll be hanging out in the wrong places with the wrong people, and I fear for my life because I need attention or glorification because I don't feel valued. And so I have to carry this gun with me all the time. And somebody may not even threaten me, but if I'm on or I'm under the influence and you step on my shoe, I'ma just pull it out and shoot you. What the fuck is wrong with that scenario? Bad idea. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you, people just got to start realizing and understanding. Your life was the nightmare on Elm Street. You know what I'm saying? Waking up to understanding your darkness is the best thing you could ever do, especially if you have children. You know what I'm saying? Because you do not want them to carry on the traits that you had, especially at the rate now. It's fentanyl, it's all types of stuff. It just ain't safe. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't wish that on nobody's child ever, even if the child is not mine. I don't care. Children in general are precious, and they only succumb to what we teach them on a spiritual level and in the physical. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I can't. I got one kid. It's a blessing, and I just cannot. I cannot, you feel me, push that same method of thinking on to her. You feel me? And again, you just got to realize how the world operates, darkness and light. You need both to be able to survive. But if you operate in light and you know how to protect yourself from darkness, you'll grow. You feel me? But if you operate in dark, it's almost as if it's kind of hard to get back to the light, because people get validation in that life. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. You don't got to do nothing. People don't really like a challenge. They like stuff easy. So it's easy to stay over there. But listen, baby, everybody over there negative as fuck. You feel me? They don't got nothing positive to talk about. You feel me? All they can talk about is the same cycles they done been through and made it through. And that consumes their whole lifestyle. They talking about something from 1992. You know what I'm saying? About how they got hurt. Listen, it's boring. You know what I'm saying? You only get one life to live. And I refuse to stay caught up in that same cycle. And that is, I think, truly what makes some people separate from the matrix. You know what I'm saying? And even if a person has master level higher than you, I promise, if you try to open up your heart and be open to growth and understanding, you could be spiritually attached to that person in a way where you are spiritually protected from the matrix. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't operate out of envy or jealousy or hate. You're open-minded. You're open to learning new things. You know what I'm saying? You may not get a chance to completely break out of it. That may be for your children's children, but you'll be able to survive in a world where a lot of people are going through a spiritual battle and they're pretending that they're not. They're hiding it from the world. Everything on the outside looks good. Listen, we could walk anywhere we want to right now. Everything just looks smooth. You feel me? And it don't look like nothing going on until you walk by somebody's house and you hear them in there screaming and fighting and shit. And you know everything is not as it seems. You feel me? It's a lot of destruction going on. It's just easier to hide, you feel me, than to portray it on the front street, because people are just too afraid. You know what I'm saying? Listen. The strongest lesson I've learned in my lifetime is learning how to navigate my darkness and not any longer becoming afraid of it, and truly expressing how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm going through. Listen, I promise you, it has made a breakthrough, an extreme breakthrough, you know? But again, a lot of people are closed off. They want to know everything. They want to not learn from anyone. They don't feel they can learn from someone that they judging, or that's a different gender, or don't got this, or don't got that. You don't know more than me because I have this, I have that. And that is a complete block right there. You know what I'm saying? It stops you in all ways. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you. It's sad, though. It be really, real life sad, because I can see some people crumbling, you know what I'm saying, in the matrix, especially when it comes to like women I identify with, and they're so immature and addicted to the streets, and they have children that they can't participate in their life because of their mindset. But they're so quick to think that just buying them something is going to ease that. You know what I'm saying? It's not. They need you present in their life. You know what I'm saying? But you're not understanding that, you feel me, being emotionally immature is causing you not to be able to be there for them in a spiritual aspect. You feel me? Which is being able to have a certain character that is being able to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to explain, but it's the truth, you know? And I see it a lot, like just immature women who just mess with hella different people and niggas, and they get money off of niggas. They don't want to do nothing constructive. Everything got to be owned by somebody else. Their foundation is built off of somebody else's back. They don't know where to get the bricks to build their own. The children can't survive in a foundation that's you built off of somebody else, because when it crumbles, they're going to be back. Like, it's complex. You know what I'm saying? It's very complex. I can go on and on, but I'm not. But just to know and understand that when you are someone that understands the level of work that someone may have done in their life to break out of the matrix, instead of pointing daggers and trying to take them down, what would harm you in trying to elevate that person and help that person grow to be the best version of their self? You just don't even realize how that can spiritually help you grow as well. You know what I'm saying? And those are for the people that's still caught in the matrix. Again, when you grow out of it, I truly believe the number one asset to being able to grow out of it is the fact that people spiritually attack you with hate, anger, and jealousy, and you don't seek revenge. You know what I'm saying? You experience their hate, their anger, their jealousy. You know what it is, and you move on. You know what I'm saying? Because that type of anger and jealousy and hate can actually really take someone out. You know what I'm saying? And your energy can be passed through someone else who might not be as kind as you. You know what I'm saying? And they be ready to take that person out when that person manipulates, finesse, or lies to them. Like, people really get upset by that. I think the number one thing is, I hear everybody say, is don't lie to me. But sometimes the people saying that be the people that be lying. And they just trying to control your mind. So I think it comes down to you being able to understand what's going on and stop yourself from even engaging in that energy. I'll pay attention to a person's actions when they tell me don't lie to me, because I want to see if you lying to me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being truthful to you and you taking me being truthful to you as a thought to make a plan to try to attack me, oh, buddy, listen, I will just completely disengage. I don't lie, so I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I might withframe because I realize your game, and your game is plotting on my truthfulness because you're a manipulative liar. You know what I'm saying? Listen, and you make me the target when I'm not. It's just, that's what you use to fuel your system. You feel me? Listen, breaking out is a war that everybody ain't ready for. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have to give up a lot of things to be able to see life for real. And some people are just not built for that, you know? But again, being able to help someone grow in who they are by being able to see something maybe you can't see could protect you from the mental battle you're going to face because you're not ready yet to accept those lessons. You know what I'm saying? That person oftentimes has a big heart and want to see everybody make it out, but everybody can't, because so many lineages have so much backed up karmic debt that maybe they're just not ready to break out of the matrix yet. You know what I'm saying? But I promise and give you nothing but wisdom when it comes down to use your right mind. If you're getting any sign, any inklings about something that you ain't doing right, use your right mind. Because if you do that, you'll be more on a path of riding with the matrix instead of trying to fight something that you ain't intelligent or informed about. You know what I'm saying? Again, these are for the ones that are struggling. You gotta be able to point out the darkness, because everybody, and life ain't sweet for everybody. You feel me? People are just very good at pretending and wearing a mask. You know what I'm saying? So again, be very mindful and truthful in who you are as a person. And when you do that, you can accept anybody at whatever level they're at. You feel me? Because you understand how it is to just survive in this world that's so tainted. You feel me? So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.